So once again, good morning, everyone. Today we are going to see a orientation about the synopsis of a project work. So it is for all the HR, finance, and marketing. So here today class will be of interactive session. So if you have anything, any clarification, you can unmute yourself and you can clarify your doubts. So I'm going to share the screen. So the title of today's class is how to write synopsis for project work. So here, project synopsis. Synopsis of a project is a gist of entire project you did, like the main aim of doing the project, its objectives, the details of the team, and so on. So here in MBA project, we don't have the team, it is of individual. So in engineering or in other disciplines, we have team, but here we have the individual project. Have a look at what things a synopsis should include and how one should write a synopsis of a project now. So here we have a format. We are going to I'm going to show you the format. The format is like project synopsis. Let us take a look at the project synopsis format. This is very important since the whole purpose of the thesis synopsis is to demonstrate that you can organize a document in a clear way. Further, since the synopsis format of a project is generally universal for scientifically based research, it is something that committee will find familiar, easy to follow. So this is in a universe. It is common to all. Either for engineering, either for MSW, either for commerce, either for MBA. It is a universal format we will be following for a thesis. Thesis is larger than the project, and it is synopsis means it is a gist of our project. So we'll have a general thing, what all we have in that. So it includes title of the proposed research. What you are going to make a study, a title should be there. Try to fix a title. Statement of the problem and hypothesis. Here what it means why you are choosing that particular topic. Example, if I am going to say the effect of COVID on the business. So here I'm going to study of effect of COVID on business. The problem statement is here up to now no one has made the study. If someone has made the study, they did not do the effect of COVID in the business in Mahbub Nagar. So that is the gap, so that I am doing this research. Aims and objectives. What is your aim of doing this research? And objectives, try to make 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5. The demographic profiles of the retailers, what are the businesses going on, and before COVID, after COVID, balance sheets. Now I am going to see that what is the difference in the profits they have got. So some objectives. Literature review means the people who have studied about this topic. So I want to know who has studied about this particular topic earlier. They would have done this research in Delhi. They would have done this research in Hyderabad. They would have done this in USA or Africa. How I will be knowing this? I have to Google up. I have to type my title, and I have to use plus and PDF if I am going to type in that Google. Then I'll be getting all research papers. I'll be taking one line from that so and so. Some Dr. Sharma has done a project or a submitted thesis about this COVID effect on business at Delhi. he has these conclusions. That two lines I am going to keep over here, like 10 research reviews I am going to take in order to know that how they have done. So I have to read some literature of this, some about our project. Research methodology is nothing but how you are going to do your project, that we have to specify over there, like the population or the sample size. I'm going to have a research at Mahbubnagar DMHO office, that is district medical health officer. Then I'm going to collect the data regarding the COVID, how much, from which date the COVID has started and how many cases have come. Then I will go to the particular retailer that I have selected, that Airtel subscriber, or Hyundai Motors, or Hero automobiles, or any Reliance store. I will go there and I will be preparing a questionnaire and asking them that how you feel the impact of COVID, before COVID and after COVID, what are the results, what are the profits you have got, they are going to give. So I'll take a questionnaire is a one type of model, or face to face interview I'm going to collect the data, or I'm going to study the secondary. I don't go anywhere, but I'm going to take the balance sheets of that particular bank and for 5 years, and I'm going to do the analysis of working capital management, or cash inflows, cash outflows, or I can say profit and loss account I'm going to check, or I'm going to compare between SBI Bank and Axis Bank, that is Nationalized Bank, and this before COVID and after COVID. So this is how we are going to do the research. So references, some books I would have referred for the definitions of cash flow statement, like financial management book I am Pandey I'm going to, or marketing management. If you are going to do in advertising, I would have referred the Philip Kotler book marketing management, or in a HR, that compensation policies, HR policies of particular bank or particular retailer. If I have studied, I would have taken some content from that particular books, that is the references. So on the whole, we have to have a title, that is example we can say the cash flow statements or financial statement analysis of particular Axis Bank, or in HR compensation management followed in particular, that is we can say our seniors have done that project over Amnil Oncology Private Limited, or you can take Palamuru University HR policies at Palamuru University, Mahbubnagar, that also you can check, or HR policies in particular DRDO department, that also we can do that. And coming back to marketing, advertising impact uh, on the businesses before COVID and after COVID, that also we have, that is a title we have taken. So in that, a variable we have taken, that is the effect of COVID, or cash flow statement, or HR policies. This will be the variable that we need to check up. So statement of the problem, why we have taken that subject, that we need to give some aims and objectives, 3 4 objectives, try to write down. Review the literature who has studied earlier to above. Research methodology means how much sample we are going to take, 20 people or 30 people or 50 people or 100 people or 2 organizations or 1 organization. That will references from which books you have taken. So this is a universal format will be like this. To write a methodology of a project report, here or some types. Start with a subheading, move on to the methodology. Keep in mind the section of paper should be relatively short, because it is synopsis, it should be very short, consist of 150 to 200 words. Given in the importance of methodology, I'm talking about the methodology, that is study design. How you are going to design your study. I am going to meet the customers, I am going to plan for a questionnaire, I am going to collect the data and do the analysis. This is the design. Study settings. So I'll be taking 20 members, 30 members of data, and a questionnaire will be of 20 questions, and there will be multiple choice questions, or true or false, or yes or no. That will sampling means how many, from how many people you are going to. This is related to, we can do in a finance also. If you are going for a mutual funds, if you are going to meet the customers and collect the data, or if you are going to meet the employees, you can say the sample of 20 people I am going to meet, 20 people I am going to give the questionnaire. In a HR policies, I am going to meet the employees of 20 people. In marketing, I am going to meet the customer satisfaction of particular Hyundai Motors. I will go to the customers 20 questionnaires I am going to do. That is sampling how many people you are. Why I am telling 20? Because the project work is a smaller thing. So if you are going to take 20 into 5, we are going to make it is going to 100, and we are going to see the percentage as how analysis we are going to do per 100. If you are able that I will do 25 into 4, we can do that becomes 100. Or I will do 50 people, I will collect the data 50 into 200%. Or I have strength, I have people around 100 people, 100 questionnaires I can collect, means you can collect 100. So it depends on the availability of respondents. So it matters if you are from finance, if you don't want to collect the data from the employees or the customers, it is very difficult because it is about the financial. You can collect the secondary data, that is try to take the balance sheets of 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, that we have to take the trend analysis we have to give. That is secondary data. In case of HR, we can take 20 people and we can collect the data and make it to 100. In case of marketing, we try to meet 20 consumers and collect the data, or 20 retailers and collect the data and make it to 100. So this is how we are going to do. That is the sampling. Variables, what we have to do. Variables means what I need to study. Financial statement analysis, cash flows, inflows, outflows, or compensation management, or HR policies, or training, recruitment, and development. Any topic you take, that will be the variable. How to check that variable? If I am going to take example, that effect of COVID on business. So effect of COVID on business, I may take that variable as profits into consideration, I may take. Or downsizing or recruitments I can take. I'll say that effect of COVID on that particular, because on the recruitment they have stopped recruiting and they are started removing the people. So I'm going to concentrate on staffing. So the variable that you need to focus on. And data collection or primary and secondary. If you are going to collect the data by using the questionnaires, interviews, lab, medical examination, screening position, that is called as primary. Secondary means by using the data from the internet, balance sheets we are going to take, or HR policies, standard rules we are going to take from a website, and we are going to make the study. So in this project we can do two types. One is live project, that going to particular organization and collecting the data and requesting them, and they are going to give and you are going to do the project. That is one. Another project, that is a freelancer. I will not go to any organization, but I will collect the data, secondary data, that is already available in the net or in the newspapers or in the magazines or in the journals, that I am going to take and do the analysis. Here main objective is to make the analysis. So the analysis part, recommendation, conclusions, suggestions part will be the main in this our project. So it is not like that everything should be done live, everything should be done in the second. How your convenience about the availability of material, availability of your time, availability of organization time, it refers to that. You can do freelancing or you can meet an organization. Why I'm telling this live project? Because in a case, if I'm going to take the classical example of seniors, your seniors, 50% of seniors, they have gone for the secondary data collection doing the projects, and 50% they have gone to the organizations and they have collected data. During the collection of the data going to that particular organization, they got what you call, got the acquaintance, they got um, familiarity with that managers, and in due course of time in the future recruitments, they are going to call our students for joining their organization. So the impressing the particular organization also can be done by through our projects, doing the project. And some people were called for the internship in their organizations, and in future they are going to give the permanent placement also. This is another way. So but that we'll be doing after the synopsis. In this semester, we are going to submit the synopsis saying that we are going to do this project. This is the introduction. These are the objectives and sample I'm going to collect from 20 people. I'm going to do the primary research or the secondary research that we are going to submit in this third semester. That is only the synopsis. That is the gist of our project in future. What we are going to do now, that we are going to do now in this semester. In fourth semester, what you are going to do means in the duration between the fourth and third semester, while in vacations, you will be issued a project letter. You can meet the organization and you can collect the data that you can do that afterwards. So here in this semester, we have to submit only how you are going to take up your project report. Within 10 pages, you have to submit that. So this is the study methods, how the methodology will be there. A project synopsis to be prepared keeping in the mind following points. Title of project should be maximum 20 words. Maximum 20 words means it should not be lengthy like one page title. And you would have known our Dr. Srinathachari sir, who is assistant professor working in our Department of English, has written a book and he got a Guinness World Record saying that largest title of the book. Some 536 words are there in the title. The whole page book consists of all the letters. That was the title. So that is for the record. I'm quoting that. But here, though in the project, the title should be maximum 20 words. See that it should be less than the 20 words. Introduction and objectives of study should be maximum 200 words, and the problem statement should be 500 words. The research methodology will be maximum 500 words, and the components of that project synopsis report will be title of the project will be there. That is the project synopsis title, introduction of the study, objectives of the study, literature review, research methodology, research hypothesis. This is for the thesis. That is statement question we are going to write, research model, research plan, sampling plan, research procedure, data analysis and interpretation, results, discussions, and suggestions. Here, we don't have data analysis and interpretation now because in synopsis, we are not going to do analysis, but try to write that I'm going to do analysis by using Excel. I'm going to use this percentage method, this method for calculation that we are going to write. That I'll be showing you now. But this is the gist how the synopsis will be, how you are going to prepare the synopsis, how many words should be there, how the flow should be there. This is for universal. I'm going to show our example for our university or in the department how we have to subject. Synopsis for projects, a title already we have, no statement of problem. You want to discuss the problem, what is there. Uh, so here, problem statement, how we have to do is we have to thorough understand the problem, why we are doing this project, what we have to do, and you would also want to discuss your personal motivation of carrying this project explanation, and something subjective, that is something that has to be in thoroughly explained, so obvious, not worthy of testing. But here what I mean to say is in the statement of the problem, why we have taken this project, why we have taken this particular effect of COVID on business. I have taken, why I have taken this, because we are facing a difficulty during the pandemic situation, and there is a drastic losses, drastic changes in our business that I want to study, and I want to let the people know how this is happening, why it has happened, at what length it can go, and how much losses they are facing, what are the problems they are facing. I want to tell others. For that reason, I have taken this. So the problem statement you have to show. So here, review of literature, aims and objective is a research proposal, lays its purpose carefully. The aim you have to write why the purpose of study, thoroughly defined. It demonstrates the committee judging your project. So review of literature, it provides background and context related to the problem. Discuss similar work done by other researchers. Here in the literature review, what others have done about your title, that you need to show. Some 10 people or 5 people, you collect the data from the Google and place those things and show that They did not do that project in Nagar. They did not do this particular project in particular company. For that reason, I am doing that. So that gap we have to show. Here is a third point. It defines gaps in the research, which is essential as it provides strong justification for carry out of our proposal. And the literature review make it possible to structure and modify the methodology. The literature review allows you identify important variables, conceptualize their resolution. So if you read others literature, you will be knowing what we have to do. So what they have done in a similar way or in a different way. Data collection, organizations of any training provided to the data collection team. So data analysis is extremely important when you begin writing full-fledged discussion. But now we have to see only the data collection and reference we have to show. So reference, try to write like this. If you have taken a content from some paper, you can write like this. Some Taylor author, evolution in the system, and we have taken from www.onlineoriginals.com. So we have to write in reference or bibliography, this general article I have taken. Some content if you have copied, to come out of plagiarism, we need to write at the end. So this is about uh, this is introduction. Careful while choosing the words title, influencing effect and impact. So while fixing a title, any impact is there, any effect is there, any influence is there, that should be there. Means like I have said in the starting, the title, effect of COVID on. So if you want to do any project, some influencing should be there, some effect should be there, some impact should be there, then only we are going to uh, make a study. So in introduction, we have to use some 2 or 3 pages objectives, try to write. And the literature review we have to add, research model, research plan, sample plan, data analysis, what you are going to do, secondary resources, primary resources, results, suggestions, what you are going to suggest. So this is main prepared for you. How our, this is I have done for the marketing, you can do for yours also. You can discuss with your subject lecturers and you can change or modify and you can. But for the marketing, I have made this synopsis format. Introduction, that is objectives of study should be there, need of study should be there, scope of study should be there, review of literature will be there, research methodology, we have population, sample size 20 people. Population means in that organization we have 500 people and I am going to take sample as 200 people, or I am going to take 20 people, or I am going to take sample size 100. Sample technique, what I am going to do, randomly I am going to pick up. There is no hard and fast rule that I am going to analyze them. Just I will be picking who is available, I will give the questionnaire and take the data. So methodology is primary or secondary data. If it is a primary, interview method you are using, questionnaire method, what you are going to use, that we have to show here. Tools of analysis means percentages you are going to take, or you have to make some statistical methods if you are using that. We are mean, median, mode if you are using. So limitations of your project. The project was only for 45 days. I have done this, that you will be writing here. Chapterization, these try to include in the contents only. The main project report will be like this, that we are showing in future. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6 will be our project report in future, that we are going to show here. We have to write the as it is like this. References, try to add any books you have referred. Annexures we have to add at the last. Questionnaire, balance sheet, organization structure we have to add. Note, 10 papers, first page color and all other pages black and white. Take OHP transparent sheet and make soft bind. You have to add the 10 papers by using the transparent sheets and a title page in color, all in the black and white. That is how to submit a synopsis of project report in our organization. So I have done for you a title page should be in color. A study on CRM strategies of ICICI Bank, project synopsis submitted in partial fulfillment of award. I'm going to share this PPT to you in what you call in your WhatsApp, so that you can check this, how the format is there. and declaration you have to add. The third page should contain the all the list of contents, and after that introduction 2 pages, review of literature 2 pages, research methodology 2 pages, and conclusions are not there. Data analysis, how you are going to write 1 page, references and bibliography. This is how a synopsis you have to prepare. So we are running of time. I'm going to share you this. If you have any doubts, you can speak to me or WhatsApp your message, or now you can spend 1 minute. I think it is going to close. This is time we have left is only half an hour I have taken for this. So this is what I got for you, just to have an introduction about the project synopsis and how we have to prepare. And I think in yesterday I have shared some few titles. You can pick up from those. Those are the latest titles, and data is also available on internet. You can discuss with your lecturers regarding finance, HR, and you can make. I hope that some introduction, some understanding you have got about this synopsis. Try to unmute yourself and you can speak to me. How did you